You grew up in the shadow of the Taliban and the terrorism, and yet you continued, despite all odds, to challenge the status quo and become such a voice for the education of girls. What was the impetus and the inspiration that drove you to do this?
When I was in Swat, I was one of the few girls who were going to school, and at that time a girl's life was simply just to help her mother and father in home in cooking, in cleaning, and then she would get married and she would have children, and then she would become like a wife or a grandmother and so on. She did not have the opportunity to show what talent she has. She did not have the opportunity to show who really she is, and I didn't know that why is it important for me to go to school. But as I was growing up, I saw terrorism. I saw that there were some people who were against the education of girls and who were against the empowerment of women. And I realized that education is something special. And also I saw that there are so many girls in our society who cannot get education, who are suffering from child labor, child trafficking, and who are suffering from poverty. So that's why I realized that going to school is something very important, and we should respect this. And if someone is going to school, I think that person should respect it. And if someone cannot go to school, then it's our duty and it's their duty to speak for it.
When did you first learn how to find that voice? When did you first develop that voice to become such a powerful speaker on these issues?
I wanted to tell people what was happening in Swat. At that time, more than 400 schools were blasted, girls were deprived of education, they could not go to school, women were even banned from going to markets, and we would hear bomb blasts and firing all the day. So at that time, when I was feeling the situation, I thought I need to speak up and I need to say it to the world. I'm not speaking for myself only, but I'm speaking for those millions of girls who are deprived of education, who cannot go to school, and who need our support and who need the support of every person.
Your voice only continued to strengthen and build, and yet, again, with great threat. Describe how you navigated that experience and describe your relationship with fear, and did you ever feel threatened?
I sometimes used to get scared that something might happen to you, Malala, or you might be shot by the Taliban. Anything can happen to you. But when I was attacked on the 9th of October, I learned something from my life, and the fear that I had, that died on that day, and I got new courage, strength, power, and I learned that even death was supporting me in my cause, and death did not want me very soon, and it said, like, continue your journey, I support you. And people's support and people's prayers, that strengthens me to continue this campaign.
Do you ever feel a sense of pressure or responsibility now that so many are looking to you to become this voice and this symbol of change and hope?
I think there would be pressure from outside, but there is a pressure on me from my side as well, because I'm expecting a lot from myself, and I have put this responsibility on myself that, Malala, what you have promised yourself long ago, now you have to do it, and you have to continue your journey. So this is my own promise to myself and to my God and to my own soul, that I will continue this journey of helping children to go to school. And I'm doing it as well because we have set up the Malala Fund, and through the Malala Fund we're trying to help every child to go to school. But I think it's a long journey, and we will do it step by step. We need to tell children, and especially girls, that they have potential and they have abilities, so they just need to take a step. They need to just believe in themselves, and also to show who they are, because they are human beings, and this is what we need to tell. So I think that through working together and through sharing our ideas with each other, we can also work for girls' education, we can work for women's empowerment and for equality of women's rights.
So many young women look to you as a role model. What advice would you give to them in order for them to learn how to use their voice or become an agent of change?
I think that we all should believe in ourselves, and we should never lose hope, because when we are true to ourselves, then the whole universe and everything is true to us. And this is what I have learned from my life. So to every girl, I would say that continue your education, go to school, and raise up your voices, speak up for your rights.